Come on, Miss B. Let's hear it.
Whenever you put me on the spot, they like all leave my brain. Okay.
Oh, well.
The lips, the teeth, the tip of the tongue, the lips, the teeth, the tip of the tongue, enunciate, articulate, exaggerate.
You guys didn't see those dance moves, but they were happening.
He is not recording.
100% recorded.
Oh, yeah. He baited you. What do you think was happening?
I thought he wanted me to warm up.
I did.
Horrible.
Welcome back to Tales from the Service Industry.
Welcome back.
Yay.
I'm your host. I'm Bill. I'm here tonight with Liz. She's joining us again.
Hi, team.
We have a new guest this evening. Her name is Veronica. We've got Miss B on the mic.
Hey, everybody.
So welcome back. So Veronica, typically when we have a new guest, we ask them to introduce themselves. Just a quick snippet of some of your experiences, if you would.
Yeah, Veronica, young gal, from the hood. Been in the service industry since the day I could work. Couple of big locations, 400 count employees, and then luxury hotels, working my ass off.
Nice.
Nice.
So retail and hotels.
Definitely.
Excellent. Anything else?
Actually, yes, medical field, dental.
Oh.
Yeah, try to work that one through and change my mind.
Fair enough.
Why did you leave?
Life stress.
Got it.
School, work, 4 jobs.
Oh.
Said I couldn't handle it. So, actually, fun story.
Yeah.
Wanted to be a vet when I was young.
No way.
Fun story. Went into the field.
Oh.
Fun story. Became allergic to animals.
Stop.
No way.
Quick left turn there.
That's funny.
Just
Yeah.
developed an allergy.
No, apparently I had it, but
Wow.
hives every night.
Well, it probably took an abundance of contact.
It did. But I saw some pretty cool stuff.
Oh, wow.
C-sections on chocolate Labradors,
Oh, poor things.
dead iguanas.
Oh, poor things.
That was pretty fun. But now, luxury industry, retail, love it.
It's interesting that you left I was so stressed, multiple
Yeah.
jobs.
So
but
you go to hospitality.
Exactly.
Yeah.
My point.
where we're all overworked, underpaid, and underappreciated.
Yeah.
But I will say, I rather work myself to death than die of boredom any day.
That's
Oh,
true.
I
You're
like
not
that.
bored.
I easily bore.
Oh my gosh. So we discussed earlier a little bit about this. And so I kind of wanted to ask you a question about it. You said that you've also worked in a coffee shop, right?
I have.
You were holding out on us with the food and beverage?
I'm a multitasker.
She's done so many things. She's forgotten.
What haven't I done? The circus.
Oh my God. So I've honestly been dying to know a little bit about that because I only briefly worked in a coffee shop, but not long enough for me to remember. So I wanted to know, what is your least favorite drink to make?
Oh, easy. If you order those damn frappuccinos, I'm coming for you.
Oh.
Takes the most amount of pieces.
Okay.
It's the noisiest thing to make. And it's the most disgusting drink to make too.
Really?
Sugar bomb.
Disgusting how?
Sugar bomb.
It's just sugar?
Yeah, we put espresso in there, but you're not tasting that.
Yeah.
Oh, no
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
Well, and I feel like there are a bunch of frappuccinos that don't have espresso in it. What is the point?
Vanilla bean?
You were making me make this drink for you. It takes
Yeah.
5 minutes
Yeah.
to dirty all these dishes.
Exactly.
For what? A sugar bomb.
A sugar bomb. So don't even dare.
Okay, so what's your favorite thing to make?
Americanos.
Oh, okay.
Just some hot water and some espresso.
Okay.
Black coffee?
Fancy black coffee.
But that's also my preference.
I was going to say, is it your favorite drink to consume?
Most definitely. Maybe a little oat milk, maybe a little sugar-free vanilla, but nothing
Okay.
more.
All right, now I have another question. So again, I was very briefly in that industry and I got let go because I was sucked.
I was going to say, can you tell the story?
Sucked. No. But so one thing that they used to do at this coffee shop was if someone was an absolute jerk when they were giving their order, they'd swap them for decaf.
I already knew.
Do you
I
do
already
that?
know. Not yet.
No.
I have to really hate your guts.
How have you resisted?
I really haven't. I couldn't do that to people.
Wow, I give it to you.
Yeah.
Kudos. I would
Yeah.
do it all the time.
Oh, I would too. I want to do it now. Do you want me to go get you a coffee, sir? It sounds like you're having a bad day. Decaf.
Let me get you a little pick-me-up. Decaf.
It's on me too.
But I'm sure you see all walks of life in a coffee shop, being behind that counter. You see it all.
Yeah. Young people, old people, mad people, crazy people, work people. I have it all.
Oh, yeah, a lot of
yeah.
professionals.
Yeah, no, but staff.
Yeah, those are always
Yeah.
usually your biggest
Yeah.
pains.
And I feel like I know the person by their beverage too.
Oh.
Yeah. I always think that, where we work, it's not just the coffee shop. So on top of that, those frappe people,
You
it's a certain
judge.
department.
Oh my gosh, you have to tell me.
The dark people, a certain type of department. Those stupid caramel macchiatos, a certain type of
Okay,
people.
spill. Who orders what? What can you tell about a person and their drink?
So even when I started there, I would probably say I was a sweeter drink, maybe some caramel, maybe some chai. And it just got bolder and bolder, less sugar, less everything. But when I started to get to know everyone else there, my staff, mostly dark drinks because they like the quality. They like to taste all the coffee, the actual coffee. When it comes to certain departments and they also approach us, they get like, oh, I'll take the food and I'll take the pastry and I'll take the sugary drink. And I'm like,
What does that say about them?
down. I don't know. I always feel like it tells me, like, even when I interview people, I always ask, so what's your favorite drink? I take away something out of it.
Wow.
Yeah. If
What
you say frappuccino, decline. I've never had one though.
Are they
they've
like not good workers or like?
No, I think it's more of the personality.
Oh.
Yeah. Certain departments.
Which
in-
one?
Yeah, I wanna
You have to
Tell us.
spill.
Spill the tea, girl.
So in the front desk, let's put front
I
desk.
knew it.
I wanted to touch upon that one. Mostly Americanos.
Oh.
Mostly black coffee. I mean, you guys need it.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyone up there will definitely need all that energy, just straight to the gut,
Well,
Let's
yeah,
not
and
play
like,
around
keep
with
a
it.
smile on their face all
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
They need that
know.
caffeine rush.
Yeah. They don't need a crash from the sugar.
No.
Nothing.
Who
So,
orders the frappuccinos?
housekeeping.
I was gonna say.
Okay.
I could have guessed that
Those
for sure.
caramel macchiatos. It's so funny because we're not that big brand.
Yeah.
Those cults of drinks. But we always say, oh, like the mermaid? Yes.
So what
like
you
the
mean
mermaid.
is you're not one of those big brand coffee shops. You're not that
No.
mermaid.
No, not the mermaid. Definitely not.
Oh, I
Better.
just
We're
got
way
that.
better
Yeah?
than that.
Wow. I understood like what we were talking about, but
She's
the
like,
mermaid,
I'm lost
like
at the mermaid.
Went right over.
yeah, definitely. Any whoozy.
Oh, Liz.
She's
Okay,
new.
what is someone ordering a tea? What do you think about them?
A hot tea or a iced tea?
That's a good question. What about iced tea?
Non-coffee drinkers.
Okay.
They just need caffeine.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
that's easy. You pre-make it in the morning, pour it over
Sitting
ice.
there, pour it over ice.
Easy
done.
money.
Easy,
Okay.
easy. And I don't understand. My brother, not a coffee drinker. Never
Don't get
understand.
it.
Hot
See,
chocolate.
that's me. I'm iced tea. So I was like,
But-
what does that say about me?
But it's caffeine.
it is.
Yeah, it's okay.
That's me too. I can't drink coffee.
Same.
That's
my
strange. No, I need my fix every morning.
I'm sorry. It tastes like dirt, so I hate it.
Actually, I just got into this conversation today at a business lunch. I went off property for a little networking lunch, and coffee was brought up. One manager was like, does anyone want coffee at the very end of lunch? And of course, all of us were like, no, we're okay. And we got to talking somehow, and I was like, oh, yeah, I'm a coffee fiend. And he was like, well, that's why I asked if anyone wanted coffee, because I wanted one.
A fix. It was a fix.
Oh, well, if you want a coffee, like,
Yeah.
I'll have a coffee. We didn't end up, but it got on the conversation of
Yeah.
coffee and energy drinks and tea. And it was really interesting to, like, see. It was more of, like, a wellness and fitness industry lunch. And it was interesting to see, like, these fitness professionals still fiend over coffee.
Well, it's also calorie counts. There's none. If you drink it black,
We got to talking like in the milligrams of caffeine that we were intaking each day, and some of us were like in the 600, 700s,
Oh my God.
which is like 2 cups of coffee. And I mentioned like, yeah, I like a little afternoon pick me up, maybe not energy drink, but something.
let me ask you, are you a night coffee drinker?
I definitely can.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Same.
If it's warm, if I'm like cozy in bed in a warm beverage.
Agree. Put
And
me to
you'll
bed.
sleep.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Oh my gosh. If I have a chocolate bar after like 4 o'clock, I don't sleep.
But I also heard someone told me you probably have ADD or
Oh.
ADHD.
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 My
Yeah.
husband can
Bullshit.
have.
Yeah. I heard.
Man.
My husband can like drink pounds of coffee and go straight to sleep.
Yeah, it doesn't really affect me. Sugar or caffeine before bed.
Same.
Need it or don't need it?
Often need it, but like Liz was saying,
Yeah.
I can usually drink it at night and go to sleep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question I have them locked and loaded. I'm excited about this. Do you remember your most annoying order?
Other than the Frappuccino.
Yeah, like just a ridiculous order that if someone ordered it, you want to punch them in the throat.
I didn't want to punch him, but I was stunned.
Okay.
This tall man, it was a man.
Was he tall, dark, and
I was
handsome?
just thinking that.
I was heading there.
Okay, I was
Yeah.
hoping.
He didn't know what he wanted. So he's
Ugh.
just kind of, oh, there's nothing I hate more than a lingering guest.
Right?
Yeah, just get it together. Just get it together.
You step up to the line, know your order.
Yeah. Oh, I think I want this. Closing out. Oh, can I add this? Oh,
my
gosh.
gosh.
So hot chocolate, large hot chocolate,
Okay.
and 1 shot of espresso.
A mocha.
I was going to say,
Wait,
Okay.
10 Splendas.
already in hot
Ew.
chocolate.
Okay.
Yes.
It's not sweet enough.
10?
Some whip
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
and a little chocolate drizzle.
More
Okay.
chocolate.
Yeah.
Diabetes in a cup.
Yeah.
I can't even take a lick of that Splenda.
That's weird.
Yeah.
So he wanted a mocha extra sweet with whipped
Yeah.
cream.
Okay,
Came-
add for one more pump of chocolate.
Came 4 days in a row, too.
With the same order.
Same order.
He's like, make it like you did last time. Ooh.
Weird.
I
Yeah.
just got chills. Okay, that is
Yeah.
one thing that probably would keep me up at night.
That's a lot of sugar.
Or maybe he
man.
needs it, though.
I don't know, maybe.
It wasn't coffee. It was just sugar.
1 shot of espresso. Like, what is that doing
Yeah.
for you?
I
Flavor.
don't know. Yeah. 'Cause,
Maybe.
I don't think that's that much caffeine.
No, it's not.
Okay. That's weird. Sorry. No, kind of switching gears.
Yeah.
What place or industry have you worked at that you had like the craziest stuff happen?
Definitely the Red Box warehouse.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh, where you buy things in bulk?
definitely.
Okay.
There's nothing better than people watching in
Yes.
any situation.
Oh.
At this warehouse, you'd see the most unique things, people-wise. I mean, the funniest thing I've ever seen was we were hosting an event to gather up more members.
Okay.
And there's lines, it's busy, it's a weekend, and there's a man with a kid on his shoulders. Nothing out of the ordinary. We do have these popped-up tents that we have. Guy walks straight through it.
No.
Doesn't remember that his kid's on top of him.
Oh.
Oh,
Kid-
smacks the kid on the tent.
They
Does the kid fall?
The kid goes back to back with the dad. Doesn't even notice.
Doesn't
He didn't
even
notice his kid fell down?
No, he was still strapped. The legs are still over him. The kid just
So his knees are
was-
just like like on his
no,
shoulders.
He just like laid back. Like
Oh, wow.
see it all.
Oh my god.
You see it all.
That's
Wow.
crazy.
And he just kept going?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Is the
And
kid
just-
just like screaming like
kids just-
No, the
Chilling.
kid kind of just took it like a man.
Wow.
Oh my god.
You could sit there, even outside in the parking, 20 minutes.
Did you ever see fights?
Oh, all the time.
Oh, like over merchandise like coming out.
No, just over stupid stuff.
Oh my god.
Like what? I want to know what people fight about.
The line, us taking too long, the line.
Okay.
The
You know,
line.
you know how busy it is. There's nothing.
Yeah.
There's no extra discounts. There's no specialty. There's no extra. I don't know why people always expect anything.
Ooh, did people ever fight over complimentary food given out
No, but there was psychos who would bring plastic bags
and just like shove it
Yeah.
in their plastic bag for
yeah,
later?
yeah, stock up for lunch.
Seriously?
Oh yeah, I would see people like we would close up and we would put away the shoes and everything, and you're boxing up the shoes or fixing everything, and old shoes.
Old shoes just traded back in.
Yeah, and it
Just
was
walked out with the new ones.
worst part is it's the same shoe, just used.
Nice.
So they replace the same brand.
So they're
'Cause that's where
they're
they shop.
Frequent shoppers. Yeah.
Oh yeah, older women change right there in front of everybody.
Clothes?
In the clothing section.
Oh.
Like
Yeah.
not put it on over clothing, but like drop trowel kind of.
Yeah, I mean, she
Okay.
might have been wearing a skirt and whatnot, but it's not a changing room.
Yeah.
You literally can
Ew.
return anything, so just take it home.
Take it home. Try it on.
Try. I've had people who I've seen open a bag of chips, eat a few, didn't want them, and then we force them to pay for it, and he just goes and returns it right there and then.
Oh my god.
Like doesn't even leave
Yeah.
the store.
I've had in the section that I worked in that department, people would return no product for money.
What?
So
Hey, I didn't like this on my receipt.
Yeah.
Oh, did
Oh,
you
where's
bring
it
it
at?
with you? I didn't
Oh.
bring it. I just didn't like
yeah, I
it.
threw it
You're
away.
kidding.
Here's your money back.
Seriously?
Boom. Yeah. Oh, it's that easy.
Even without product?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Satisfaction guaranteed, I guess.
That's
Yeah.
horrible. I'm sorry, but if you do that, you're going to hell. Anyone who's listening and does that, you're going to hell.
You
Yeah.
should.
Oh my god.
In my first job ever, retail, the rule was you couldn't do anything about it. In the shop that I worked at, big blue bags that they would have for you to shop in, people would grab those bags, sweep tables, walk right out.
Wow.
And you just couldn't do anything about it.
No, I see men stuffing their pants with baby clothes. They look like penguins. Penguins with baby clothes.
We actually recently had a guest, Allie, who said the same thing about the women's garment business. And she would see people doing that, and they weren't allowed to do anything about it.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think about it this way. It's company, so not your money, so it's not worth your life or whatever the situation may be. Just let them have it. They're losing, you're not losing.
That's still,
But still,
it just
people are
hurts.
horrible.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
What?
With companies saying, as an employee, you're not supposed to stop it. It's because of liability.
Well, it's for your safety.
yeah.
I mean, Veronica's right. It's not your money. You
Yeah.
don't care.
No.
But to me, the Boy Scout kicks in. And if somebody's going to try and steal from you, I'm going to whoop their ass.
Yeah.
At least
Me too.
At least call them out.
Well, it's violation too. You feel like violated, I would feel.
Yeah.
Like, I want to kick
Be like,
your...
hey, you, get that stuff out of your pants.
Well, the rule was, hey, I saw that you grabbed some stuff. Would you like a fitting room to set you up? You know, just call them out on it. But
Would you like to put it in a basket
But
instead
not
of your pants?
blame, not blame.
So
Very true.
no, I went when I worked at different hotels and we would have like a market and stuff, and we would keep an eye on like the camera or there's like a mirror or something. I would call people out all the time, and I got a kick out of it.
For taking stuff?
Oh, and sometimes I would know you get a feeling, right?
Oh, yeah.
Your spidey senses tingle. You're like, they're gonna try to walk out with it,
Yeah.
and they start walking and be like, "Oh, Miss Jones, did you want me to charge that bag of Doritos to your room?" Oh, yeah, I forgot I had it with me.
Well, best theft story. We had a lot of guests. One guest in particular comes in. It was me and another gal. We're super busy. And then at one point, we had a rack on the outside and it had a single jacket and it's gone. The hanger's still there. And I go, oh my gosh, to my employee, you sold it. Sold what? The jacket.
Like trying to give them an accolade,
Yeah.
like pat on the back. Good job.
Yeah.
Oh,
And she's like, no, I didn't. I was like, are you sure?
the jacket's gone.
Yeah. And then go in and then I'm like, oh, wait, did you sell that? No. Did you sell that? No.
Oh no.
So there's like 3 items maybe. I finally get to look it up and everything. And I'm standing right by the door. And there she goes. She's wearing the jacket.
Who?
The girl.
The associate?
No, the thief.
Oh.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah. So this girl takes the jacket. She walks in front of me.
What did you do?
Called security right away.
But I'm sorry, she's got nerve. Let me just take this from a rack outside
And wear it?
What? Go to the restroom, like
It
down
gets
the
spicier.
corridor, and
Yeah.
but she just puts it on and just decides to walk back past the store that she just stole from.
So what happened?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
So we call security up and say, hey, I'm like, there's a girl. She has it. I know it's her. It was 3:43 exactly. You could look at the camera so you could trace her back. Like, she's right there.
Oh my gosh.
You know, set my report and everything. I'm like, you got to find her. A couple days go by and, you know, take a loss. It's a little jacket.
Okay.
Not a cheap jacket either, but, you know. And then I'm actually at an appointment with a rep and she has some clothes and we're doing our thing and one of my girls is there. This girl walks in. What's in her hand?
The jacket?
The jacket.
No way.
Yeah.
What?
Walks in and I'm like, stand my guard.
Like everyone freaks.
Yeah. I'm
Everyone.
like, just hold on. Let me see what she's going to say.
She's going to try to return it.
That's what I thought.
Oh, no.
And she comes in. She's not alone. She's with somebody else. She goes, hi, I was here at an event over the weekend. I'm like, yes, I know. She puts it on the counter. She's like, my friend said she bought this. I was really drunk and I'm not sure. And I said, oh my gosh, so funny. This jacket went missing. And she's like, oh my gosh, well, I just want to leave it here, like this and that. And I was like, You know, I'm explaining everything now to the, she leaves and whatnot. And I'm like, okay, well, don't worry. If not, we would have found you. I was like, oh my gosh, I should have held my tongue on that one, but I just had to.
Whoa.
But I'm sorry, you can't put can you put that jacket back in rotation to sell it, or do you just like damage it out?
No, it
a
was
good
it was
question.
just worn once. The tag was still on it. She
Oh.
literally, I mean, I sold it still. It was fine.
Oh, way to go. Get that money.
So leave for the day, go to security, drop off the keys. I'm like, oh my gosh, guess what? And I was like, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, you know what? She came back. I was like, no, we found her. I was like, you did?
They
What
called
do you-"
her?
Yes.
No.
So whoever had picked her up, they looked their license plate and they found her. They called her. You bring it back or we'll go to you.
That's amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so
Yeah.
cool.
There's another one too. Same kind of story, same, except this one older woman. 3 items, all cashmere, of course. So the total was up to like in the 900s maybe, just for 3
Holy
items.
moly.
Yeah, easy there.
You got a nice store.
I reported it and I said, hey, like she was here. They couldn't find her. They were like following her in the cameras. And then I was like, well, is there any way, did she buy something like somewhere else, like a drink or they traced the credit card?
No
Yeah.
way.
Yeah. They found the husband. They called.
Could you imagine getting that call? Hey, sir. So we're trying to get a hold of your wife because she stole $900 worth of cashmere.
Yeah.
That's so
Yeah.
embarrassing.
Well, and I said, well, it's a loss. Like, what do I do? It's stolen property. Like, security guy at the time, I'll get it back.
Oh my
And
god.
I was like, so he brought it back. She had already shipped it to somebody
What?
in another state.
Of course.
We got it back, completely used, but he got it back.
Oh my god.
I think I was happy. I was so happy.
She shipped it to someone?
Well,
Yeah.
she stole it
well-
for a gift.
The worst part, she had to ask for it back. And whoever was already had worn it. You could smell it all over it.
Yeah.
But you imagine,
Oh,
hey,
her-
Miss B, remember that gift I gave you?
I need
Yeah,
it.
I need it back because I stole it.
Oh my god.
And they're threatening to press charges if I don't get it back.
That is amazing that you guys go after them and get them.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think if I was that woman, I would have just asked you, could I just pay for it?
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Versus the humiliation.
Yeah.
Shipping it back.
I wonder what, honestly,
That's
What do you
hilarious.
think that conversation was like between the husband and the wife?
Divorce.
That's what
Just
I was
kidding.
thinking. Like, girl.
Or maybe
You
he already
Chris.
knows she's a klepto. You know, he already knows. That reminds me. I have another really good one. I could go on and on.
I'm so excited.
The youngest thief I know. Little girl comes in. It's maybe like no more than 14. That's all I
Oh.
could give her.
Around that 13 age.
Not that cute anymore.
Well, she comes in. She's like, oh, she's killing it. She's like, oh my gosh, it's my mom's birthday. It's coming up. And I just really want to get her something. My dad gave me his credit card. Oh, you know, in this area, we believe anything.
Yeah.
In regards to any of that stuff, we're helping her out. She buys a couple $100s of stuff, you know.
Oh.
We
But,
wrap
like,
it.
Her
everything.
mom's size?
Well, it wasn't like she just got stuff for herself. She got stuff for other people.
Okay.
So she's getting stuff. She's picking stuff out. Necklaces, tops, this, that.
Oh, wow.
Couple items. Next day, man comes in. Hi, welcome. How are you? What can we do for you? He's like, this is very embarrassing. But my daughter has an issue.
Oh.
She just has no control. She steals from us. This card that she had, I'm assuming we had it in a safe. He's like, I hate to ask. Can I return the stuff? I was like, as long as you have the product. Couldn't find everything. Yeah.
Oh, poor guy.
So he's like, it's been an ongoing issue for a long time.
Wait, so was that his daughter?
His daughter.
Oh.
The daughter stole the credit card out of a safe and went
Yeah.
on a...
Shopping spree.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
But it's not the first time she's done it.
At your store?
No. In general. He
That's
said
so
in general. He just tried to
sad.
give us like a runaround, I think. But I was like, that's so sad. I was like,
That
just
is.
wait till she's a little older.
So he wasn't able to get all the stuff to return?
Couldn't find some of the jewelry or like a top or something. I said, I do need the product, obviously, and we'll gladly
Yeah.
return it, but no product, no money.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
14-year-old to, like, find their way into a safe.
No, well,
Find their way to the store.
this is in the hotel.
Ah.
Yeah, in the
So she was there.
Yeah.
Oh, came down
They
from
were
a
there.
hotel room
Yeah.
with the
yeah,
safe.
that makes sense. But the fact that they have to lock up their wallets and
From your own kid.
yeah,
That's horrible.
yeah,
That's really terrible. Is that your favorite stealing story?
it was my saddest one, I think.
Okay, that's fair.
My favorite one is when they get caught.
Yes.
Yes,
And when you track down the criminals. That's just amazing, by the way.
we prevailed.
Oh, that's awesome. Karma served.
Karma's a bee.
What is the most common complaint you get?
You know, I'm gonna give you this. I don't.
You don't get complaints?
You know, I really pride on that.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah. If I'm gonna say it's a stupid one,
Okay.
That was going to be my next question. Like, what's a ridiculous complaint you've gotten?
paper straws, but it's not
Oh.
ridiculous.
No, that's not ridiculous.
No.
I'm sorry.
No.
That's justified.
I have a woman every day.
Why
should
do you
change.
have
Why do you
these?
I'm like, we already went through this 2 days ago, and the third day before that, and the fourth day before that, and the fifth day before that. Every single time she says it, I'm like, I already know. She's like, don't they have other ones? I'm like, I know.
But they're probably the pre-wrapped, more environmentally friendly.
Yeah.
And, you know, in certain states.
That you
know,
put into a plastic cup.
Yeah, that's true. Then why can't you have the tiny straw?
Because
For the sea turtles.
yeah, because a plastic cup has never gotten stuck up a sea turtle's nose.
It could get stuck in like a dolphin's mouth and choke.
Yeah.
I want my straw.
Bring your own.
Like,
Yeah, they are.
I don't really have a problem with the plastic straw issue. I have a problem with the paper straw issue. I don't like them.
Yes.
And like
Nobody does.
nobody does. So why don't they just redesign the lids to all be drink through?
You know.
Oh, I hate that
I was
too.
gonna just say
Or is
sippy.
it the lipstick thing?
It's the sippy cup thing.
No, yeah, it's a sip.
Really?
I
Yeah.
just
I like the sippy cup.
See,
thing.
I'd much rather do the sippy cup than
Same.
stupid paper straws.
See,
Because
but McDonald's doesn't have paper straws.
I know.
I would,
Big M.
well, put a sip through lid on that. I'll drink through that too.
See, the Mermaid coffee retailer, they do those special lids, and I honestly like them, but I don't wear like lipstick and stuff, so I don't mind it.
Here's my thing. If it's a hot drink, do not care. Give me the sippy cup all day, every day. If it's ice,
What's the difference?
the ice is like on my teeth, like as I'm drinking it. I like the straw.
You drink with your teeth?
I don't know.
No, it's your lips.
I drink most of my liquids except for like alcohol
teeth
with a
first?
straw. With a straw. If I'm home, any amount of liquid, like I have a straw.
You're kidding. You drink straws at home.
Yeah.
Is that weird?
With straws?
No, it's not weird, but this is going to be Liz's last appearance on Tales from the Service Industry.
Guys, it's been great. This is my farewell episode. Thank you so much.
We've reached our
to know you.
crossroads.
Never hear
so
from me again.
Funny.
She left because of the straw.
Yep.
Is that weird?
I feel like that's weird.
No, I think that's common because
It
if
is?
you look on, like social media, they make these cool beverages and they have glass straws. They have, wait, what kind of straws do you have? Plastic.
I'm really not going to be invited
Metal.
back.
Don't tell me
No,
you're metal.
no,
They're
I
from
don't.
the drive-thrus.
No, they're plastic.
You got the disposable bendy straws,
the stretchy ones that bend over.
I
the
get
little
them.
accordion ones.
I might get them from a big store with big blue plastic bags.
Oh my god! I didn't know they sold straws.
It's like $500 for 99 cents. It's a great deal.
You're kidding.
Wow.
Why don't
Yeah.
Are they
but-
pre-wrapped?
No.
Then that would have been the freaky part.
Okay, it's always been like my stocking stuffer, like from my mother, like the most random crap. And straws are
I know
one
what
of
I'm
them.
giving you for Christmas.
Nothing says love at Christmas like your mom giving you a box of plastic straws.
Shout out to my mother.
That's safe. I'm going to give her the...
She will listen to this.
Oh my god, Mom.
And she will confirm it.
That's hilarious.
She's gonna
Thanks,
laugh.
Some
Mom.
people get, socks and candy. Others get straws.
It's a useful thing that I go through.
By yourself?
Yeah.
You go through 500 straws a year?
Yeah. That's less than 2 a day.
So you drink all your drinks with straws. I'm
At
sorry. I
home.
think that's weird.
Okay, are we going to
Liz-
cut all this out?
All
Liz
right.
is killing the
No,
turtle.
I think it's going to stay in.
I'm really never coming back.
Liz is personally responsible.
If we're like keeping this topic in, I have thought about going to glass straws, but like I'm so afraid that I'm gonna drop it and break it
Get metal ones.
Yeah.
I don't like the metal on my teeth.
No,
They
but-
have
No,
they
no,
have
no, they
gummy
got the little-
gummy ends.
Yeah.
The gummy ends. Okay, Mom,
Christmas.
add that to my Christmas list, please.
Oh my god, that's so funny. Okay. That was
Okay,
a quick tangent.
paper straws are a big complaint. I would agree.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I think our environment, getting back to that topic, it's really good. I mean, I've had dumb stuff, people requesting dumb returns, typical stuff. Nothing out of the ordinary, nothing weird. We're happy-go-lucky, It's a luxury. It really is.
Wow.
Do you ever
I'll
try to
strive
have
off that.
people return things that they don't buy at your establishment?
No. I mean, if you're a good shopper, I'll kind of give you a little leeway. But if it's something dumb, I won't. I've had some odd requests.
Like if you're a consistent customer.
Yeah, I'll bend the rules a little bit. We have you shop more than you return.
Oh,
I
for
have
sure.
my really, really, really good shoppers that I really love buys things. If it doesn't work out, I'll just give it to another friend. Just like that.
Oh,
Easy.
What's your biggest pet peeve in the retail sector?
I don't know if
Like some like annoying tendencies of a shopper.
So if they unfold clothes, I mean, that doesn't bother me.
No?
Gives my girls more to do. Keeps
So
them
it
busy.
might annoy them.
Maybe. I don't think it should annoy you. I do hate when rude people, when you're
Yeah.
trying to make me look dumb or stuff, when you talk down to me,
Okay.
any of that stuff. That shouldn't, in any kind of industry, any kind of world, don't belittle anybody. You're not better than me.
Yeah,
Right.
fair enough.
Do you have any good stories that have to deal with the vendors that you work with? The people that you buy product from?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
That's another world. I have stories for those too.
Yeah.
They're selling, they get commissions, of course. My biggest thing when I look into any vendor is our relationship.
Okay.
Are we going to work together? Are we going to be good? Are you going to help me out? Am I going to help you out? Am I going to buy from you?
Because at the end of the day, they're working for you.
Yes.
You don't work for them.
Yeah.
You're doing them a favor by
Yeah.
putting their product in your store. Mm-hmm. So it's all a filter through. If you have to do them favors first, like this is not going to work out.
And if they're just kind out of their heart too, I can be hardcore too. Can we book an appointment? And I'm like, no. Can we book an appointment to, let's say, Miss B? Oh, yeah, of course. Come on. I'll give you the light of day, even then. But if it's so hard to work with you, I dread working with you. I hate giving you the time of day. I'm already busy enough as it is. Oh, I have a good one.
Oh, do tell, do tell.
Recently. There's only really 2 vendors, if I say that I've had the hardest time with. One of them is clothing, but he is pushy. He's showing me the line and I kind of already have my way. I don't got time. Let's do this in 30 minutes. It can last up to 3 hours. It really can.
So you tend to walk into a meeting already knowing like, okay, this is what I want.
Well, yes, what I need. I'll
Yeah.
even tell the girls, like, if we're double teaming this. Hey, Liz, this is the budget. I can
Right.
only buy X amount of pants. No shirts, this and that. Then
And this is when we're getting it shipped. Like we don't need it
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
we need it 4 months
yeah,
from
you
now.
gotta lay it out. You
Yeah.
gotta lay it out. Right now, I'm
Okay.
buying for spring. Spring is closed. We're
Yeah.
already bought out for that.
Wow.
We're showing stuff, and this guy pushes. Oh, you want to see this? You want to see this? I'm like, oh, okay, I like this, but maybe he's like, okay, let me put it in the front. I'm like, no, I don't want it. I just want to see it. He's like, oh, but you should try a few pieces. I'm like, no. I just want to look at it. Like, stop. He's
like
just,
out of pure curiosity,
Ew.
not to place an order.
yeah, he's just pushy.
So when people do that, I immediately shut down and then don't want whatever they're trying to sell me.
Because he's
yeah.
not looking out for me either. He just
Yeah.
wants to sell, and that doesn't
He's
sit
not
right
looking
with
for
me.
your best interest.
No.
At that point, he's like,
Now he's
I gotta
gonna-
get my quota up.
Yeah.
Let me get my numbers in.
He's serving his own agenda.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to overbuy and it's going to affect me, and he doesn't even help with returns. Like there's certain things he could do. It's a struggle. He's like, just try 4 of them. If you don't like them, return.
Oh.
I'm like, no, I know this trick, psycho.
So I don't know if I have like ever mentioned this on the podcast before, but I worked in a golf shop for a few years and I helped
Yeah.
with the buying and
Yeah.
the merchandising it's had.
Oh.
Yeah.
When I
So-
first met you, I got a hint of that. She's used her words and I'm like, whoa, this is buying vocabulary.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because my golf pro at the time would bring me into those buying meetings with golf apparel brands. Not a lot of lady stuff, a lot of men's stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But he was like, well, their wives are going to be buying it. Like, you need to be in the meetings and figure out what the wives are going to buy their husbands. You got to make sure the boys look good because I'm not going to know.
Oh my
Sexist.
gosh.
It's how we sold a lot of product.
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
kind of right a little bit.
A little bit.
yeah.
A little bit. But what I would do is if I'm going to be bringing in all of these orders, like, what can you do for me? Like, how much of what are you going to send me for
Yeah.
free?
Yeah.
I got to outfit my shop guys in your product. Like,
It's true.
How much are you going to send me?
Some of the vendors that I work with the best will send me gifts, fireballs.
Yeah.
Fireball?
Yeah, I get the 12 packs of Fireball every time.
Oh, that's awesome.
From one specific. She's like, one time that I mentioned Fireball, that's just her obsession
Oh
over
my gosh.
getting me that stuff.
Do you know what's so funny? Vendors that like know how to create a good relationship are so important because my favorite vendor, I still remember this, was at the property we worked at. He came in to sell his particular brand of water and he would chat me up. He was so sweet. And somehow we got to talk about like things we like. He would bring me my favorite bar of chocolate every time he came in. And they'd be
Aw.
like, oh, blah, blah, here to see you. And I'd like run out and I'd be like all excited. He knew. He's like, oh, she'll be excited because I bring her chocolate.
But that small detail. That's all it takes.
And he remembered. And
Yeah.
guess what? I bought his water.
Is this something he could have gotten like at the gas station around the corner?
I am an expensive chocolate girl. So it was a pricier brand. It's like $6 a bar that you cannot
So
just
he
buy
was
at a gas
going
station.
to the grocery store for you.
Even then, I don't even think they sell those at the grocery store.
Whoa.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Now I want to know.
Yeah. Okay, but I do want to preface, I didn't make these vendors like send me stuff for free, like hassling them.
No,
Like,
but you
I
can
wanna
work
get
out
that
a deal
across.
once you build a relationship.
oh yeah.
They
That's
can hook
true.
it up. They can. Or
And
even
they
a
did.
discount. Yeah.
And they did.
Yeah.
That's the one thing like I miss in working in a golf shop is in those buying meetings. They were so fun.
Mm-hmm.
If you enjoyed the vendor, if you had a good relationship with the rep, and they gave you stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love it. So wait, so this particular vendor, did you shut him down?
Oh, yeah. It was so funny because he was showing me belts at one point, and these belts are not my clients either. So I told him, no, I don't want to see this. He's like, you could at least look at them and then say no. I was like, well, I guess you're right. I didn't have to be that rude.
Yeah.
Ouch.
I was like, okay, that one bit me. But I already knew, though, I wasn't going to buy any belts. So why flash them? Why
waste my
the time?
15 minutes?
That was more what I was taking than
Well, because he was being
But I
pushy and aggressive, so you had to be aggressive.
that's how he is.
I
yeah.
get it.
Yeah. But I mean, every single time I tell a vendor, I was like, there's no hard feelings. If I don't like something, you probably get criticized all the time. You don't make the clothes. You can't take it personal.
You can be passionate about the product. Like that helps
Yeah,
too.
of course. Well, you have to like it too.
Right.
If you don't like it, then it's going to be a hard sell.
For sure.
But this
See, the golf industry is a little different
oh,
because
yeah.
it was a private club. So if someone wanted a belt, I'd straight up pull out the catalog. Here you go. Take a look. You're going to pay for shipping.
Yeah.
And
But
most
special orders.
most
mostly.
members wouldn't care. Oh, shoes. We would special order shoes almost every single day.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Golf bags, embroidered.
Expensive.
Yeah, you name it.
But that's because they thought it was like unique to them, which it is.
Oh, that's how I would sell
Yeah.
it, girl.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So was that your worst vendor you've had to deal with?
No, the other one was recent.
Ooh, do tell.
Big soda brand.
I think I know where this is going.
Oh, yeah. Well, they were trying to do this whole thing, and there's nothing worse than just showing up and not having an appointment.
Oh my God, that drives me nuts.
Yeah.
I hate that.
Yeah.
So
we're all, what, you just think I'm available, not doing
No.
anything? Yeah.
Because then even if I'm not busy, I will say I'm in a meeting. Make
Oh.
an appointment.
Well, yeah, the people that I get it, they're there to do a job. They need to sell product, but it annoys me.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just here if you're available. Oh, well, here's my card. Like, okay, well,
Yeah.
you're in my face. I'm never going to use it. Send me an email. Make an appointment.
So this soda brand, back to that,
Oh,
we had discussed things. I said, I'm not getting anything. I already have my feng shui. For what my guests like, what they don't like, healthy stuff. Forbes, that's like huge. You have
Yep.
to have certain things and
Yeah.
not have certain things. So I shut them down, and they're like, we have this meeting in October, and like, can you help us out? This and that. And I was like, well, what do you need? He's like, well, I would like to get most of our brand in there. And I'm like, most of the brand that I have are not. And I said, I already ordered stuff. I already have a lot of stuff. I'm not going to help you at this time. He's like, oh, okay. I was like, let's better plan for the next one you have. They're coming back.
Right.
And I can work with you. I don't mind working with you, but you got to help me out.
Advance notice.
Yeah, definitely. Anything. We got to set things up. You can't just out of the blue.
Show up and take away my product.
Anything.
Well, and you have to make sure like you have accounts with these brands.
Well, it's a whole setup. You already know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, have you ever worked with my property before? Like, there's a lot of
Yeah.
work to do
Well, and
before it's on the shelf.
I've been there.
Years.
Yeah. And never once have I ever met these people. All of a sudden.
Slime balls.
Yeah. So come the day before the meeting, I'm in my office. Well, my closet. My closet. He comes in, my girls, my staff, everybody is sick of them. They've been there every day for the past 2 weeks, just bugging and bugging. Hey, Veronica, do you have a minute? And he's like, do you mind if we go next door? I'm like, okay, but I have 30 seconds. Like, I'm so busy. I have all this stuff going on. I have an event happening soon and this and that. Goes next door. He's like, is there any way we can switch out the product right now?
What?
He's like, it's not going to cost you anything. Not going to cost you anything. I'm like, that's not the point. I already have so much backstock. Like I said, I just received the order. I had already told you no how many times. I kept telling everyone, this guy was willing to lick my toe, I think.
Whoa.
Oh, probably.
If I said lick my toe, he would have done it.
Wow.
That's how bad it was.
I mean, free product.
Well, but that's besides the point. I don't
No,
need
for
it.
sure, for
yeah.
sure.
He's like, what can I do? What can I give? I'm like, nothing. And I was like, it's done. Like, I told you, not this one, next one. Promise. He's like, but my CEO, this, and that. And I was like, not my fault you didn't plan ahead.
Did you say that?
No, I thought it. I only thought it. I wish.
But it's right. It's not your fault. It's his fault.
So I budged.
No way. You
Is
gave
that why
in?
I saw that one thing?
There's all that weird stuff.
I'm not gonna lie though, the one on the far right, a particular kind of bubbly soda is
yeah.
my favorite.
It's my personal favorite though too. It is really it's the
but
best
because he's
one.
being a jerk, you're like, no.
Oh,
Whoa.
I just saw a random stand.
Oh yeah, it's ugly, huh?
And I was like, wait, what is
Yeah.
this new?
Well, he's like, it's a big thing. What does he call it? What's the term he uses? Like cold water. Like not
flat.
no,
Room
not
temp?
flat. Room temp. Yeah.
Okay, no, it's weird that it's room temp.
Well, that's what he's saying. There was a word that he used. I forgot.
Like that's in to have
Yeah.
room temp water.
Yeah. Just he's like people like it like that. I'm like, oh, that makes my stomach hurt. I need it cold.
Yeah, right.
Well, technically, if you're working out, you're supposed to drink room temp water,
Yeah.
not cold water, or you cramp up.
Well, cold water, your stomach has to warm it up to digest it,
Ambient.
so it burns
That's-
calories.
Oh.
Yeah. So if you drink ice cold water, like your stomach just naturally has to burn calories for you to actually digest it.
Well, it takes longer to quench your thirst too, because like Liz was saying, it has to warm up before it can be absorbed. So you're drinking a bunch of water, but it's not quenching your thirst because it's got a process it has to do.
That's
Interesting.
yeah. Ambient
still-
is the word he said.
I
Ambient
still
water.
like-
I'm like,
Yeah.
I like water cold
yeah, me too.
Yeah, it just
Ice.
tastes better.
Yeah. Or like just cool down.
in the
cold.
fridge. In the fridge
Yeah.
is perfectly fine.
Well, and I told him we already have this big brand of water. We have like 1 million cases of it. We have refill stations in the hotel. Like, I don't need more water. Well, so I mean, point is, I ended up budging, and he brought all this product, like knowing that I was gonna budget no matter what, he was gonna have me get it because in the end, I had found out he brought pallets of product. Pallets.
Are you stuck with it?
I'm stuck with a lot of it, which I'm gonna just sell through. I mean, like he said, it was free. And I'm just gonna push through it, but
Okay.
it's just it messed up my rotation, like my buying and all this stuff. The brands and the product are all mixed. It just didn't lay out. I told him, okay,
Well-
bring it in. You're setting it up. You're
Yeah.
breaking it down. I'm not touching anything. My staff is not touching anything. You're stocking it in the back.
Well, and you've never really worked retail, so you have to set up the buttons and the point of sale for all of this.
Oh.
yes.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
didn't even think of that.
You have
Yeah.
to set up the items, put in the price, and
She
like
knows.
make sure it's on the right like point of sale page,
Yep.
like in the right section.
Tell my staff about it. Retrain them on it. You know,
Yeah.
there's new buttons. There's product there.
like it's a
It's a whole thing.
pain.
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
Wow.
And like she said,
Wow.
God forbid if the vendor wasn't set up.
Yeah.
But I would have never allowed that.
oh my gosh.
Yeah. And I had heard it wasn't just me.
So other departments had to try and put the product as well, or he tried to get the product in other departments.
Well, because the product was going to the wrong locations. He wanted the rooms to switch out our regular water to their
Yep.
water. It was,
Oh,
I
yeah. know.
Well,
oh my gosh.
did you end up switching them?
We
I heard-
started to.
And didn't.
And then they were told, like, you know what? No, don't worry about it now. And it was a whole thing. And
Well, it
they
wasn't
went-
planned.
No, they went and put in a fridge in the gym.
Oh, yeah,
Their
yeah.
own fridge with their own brand.
On the
with
counter?
all their own No. Big fridge.
Oh,
Random
he
shoved
said
it
it
in
was
there.
a little one.
No. Big fridge. And it looked like the oddest, most misplaced thing. They didn't tell anyone.
no.
So no one knew where this giant fridge came from with waters. So all of our like normal guests are going and getting it. And all the front desk is like, where did this come from? Who's allowed to get the
Santa
waters?
Claus.
It was the weirdest thing ever. The most disorganized cluster F.
Yeah.
What did you do to the vendor?
Well, they're probably coming back for another meeting.
They
in,
have
like, a
another
month.
meeting. Yeah. And it's longer.
We're really excited about it.
And the sales girl.
The gall of like bringing in your own fridge for that.
Well,
And just sticking it in
Yeah.
the fitness
Okay,
center.
well, you want to
But
hear?
They did plan for some portions of this. They had to ask for all of this product from the companies somehow. Like
they knew that
they
this-
they
just-
planned on their
Well-
end. They just didn't clue the hotel in.
My thought
guess.
is that they messed up in planning and they were just doing everything desperate, which is how it felt.
no,
Desperate
I'm pretty
mode.
sure that was it.
Yeah, not planned, not prepared, not anything, and begging everyone at the very end.
Yeah.
And then I had talked to the sales team and I said, hey, like, what is happening? Like, why didn't you guys like, and they're like, no, we didn't know. And
Yeah.
then he's like, we had ran into each other. So we discussed the whole thing. And I was like, my team is fed up with them. I'm fed up with them, this and that.
Yeah.
And they're still coming back. I just don't even want to do anything for them. They wanted us to change a carpet color probably too.
Yeah.
Would you have if he licked your toe?
Oh, I'd have to take more lickings.
At least she's honest about it.
Ooh.
So then we discussed it and she's like, so the fridge. And I was like, oh yeah. He had mentioned it to me, but he had just mentioned it, but I was not going to help him with anything after that. They were setting it up in there.
That fridge. Mother.
So
There's no room.
the sales girl goes, are you going to pick it up? He's like, oh, I thought you guys were going to store it for us.
Oh my God.
And she's like, no, you're picking it up today. Oh, she's like, and who even approved this? He said, Veronica.
He
No.
said you did?
Once,
The cojones.
Oh.
once I said that, and she's like, good thing I had talked to you right before that.
Okay. I have another question. Sorry, I'm just firing them because I have like
Oh, yeah.
so many questions burning in my mind. What was the most ridiculous return you got at your big box retailer?
Easy. There's two. Any kind of food that wasn't there.
Huh.
Like, oh, the chicken was bad. So where's the chicken? Oh, you wanted me to bring it back?
You wanted me to bring back rotten chicken?
Yeah. That. And then maybe, oh, this woman, never forget her. She wanted me to return these old dish towels. I mean, like I said, I know when I know my stores, I know everything top to bottom, left to right. And then she was returning these old dish towels, no tags, no anything. We can search all of the history. I can see everything.
Yeah.
All
that
your
they've
secrets
ever
are there.
bought.
Yeah, not even a dish towel in sight. And she was like, are you incompetent? Like, you don't know what you're doing, blah, blah, blah.
What?
Yeah, she was annoying. And
Please don't tell me you gave her money.
I didn't. The manager, I'm like, well, how would you like me to return this? And for how much? Because there's no price. There's no item number. There's nothing. So that was probably
So there was no SKU.
no SKU, no number, no history, not even like, you know what? If they're forced me to do, I'm going to just put on this one. None of
Just
that.
a random item in the entire
They
store.
probably had to put an open item kind of in a sense and give her like a certain amount back.
That's so dumb.
How many SKUs would you say they had at any given time?
Oh, well, she's been a member for years. Kind of can narrow it down because it's like
Oh, you can look at their history.
Like, yes, you could look at the department, narrow it down, and like, this is obviously going to be in, is it a sundry item? Is it candy? Is it electronics? And I'm only looking at house
like
stuff.
household, yeah.
Yeah, not
Can you
there.
track how many returns any Karen has?
Oh, yes.
Is there a limit?
If they see something excessive or crazy, corporate will jump in and, hey, like, don't do that. But if they're taking abuse of it, there's notes in there. But it's up to management. It's
Okay,
not up
because
to
that
me.
makes sense. But I was returning an item at another big box store,
Oh, yeah.
where a
Yeah.
dog might be a mascot.
Yeah.
And I was returning an item and I did not have a receipt.
Oh, yeah.
And because it was a gift, but it still had the tags on it and everything, that store only carries that brand. So you can't buy it anywhere else. So it's for sure from that store. And I just needed a bigger size, but I didn't have a receipt. And they let me return it for store credit. But they said, I think it was 5. You're only allowed to return 5 times in a year if you don't have a receipt. And they gave me a specific number. I was like, okay, you can look me up. This is my first. I was
Like, I'm going to go get the same item in a different size.
I said that. I was like, my daughter grew a size up, so I just need it to size up.
Oh, man.
I don't even think that matters. Like, I've had management check the history and, like, it's fine. Like,
but
they look at the history.
But I mean, like with that thing about getting a different size, to me, that's not a return. That's
It's an
just an exchange.
So, yes.
But is it counted as a return?
You're still returning the product.
So let's pretend you walk into the store right now and you buy, say, a jacket and it's a large. You buy it, you purchase it just that day. Once you exit those doors, they pretty much say, and you're like, hey, I literally changed my mind. Can I exchange it? They're like, no, it has to be return, rebuy. There's no exchange. Hey, I just want to switch it out. It could be the most minor thing. Hey, it's missing a piece. Can I just bring the whole thing exchange? No, return and buy.
Gotcha.
Because of, I think, the audits, there's a thing called audit. We have to close it, tag
Right.
it, and then they audit it to our for an RA so that store can get credit back too. So it kind of makes sense. It sounds dumb. And I do think it depends on who you get. If they're nice, if they're not nice, are they going to let
Like
you do
your
it lenient?
customer service
Yeah, there was
representative.
times where, like even like a flight attendant, like if you're kind of hurt, maybe she'll do it.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
I recently was in a big box store. I was returning something, but I was just returning like I was already there. I was going to do my shopping. And the woman in front of me was trying to do just a straight exchange. Seemed pretty legit. And the writing on the wall said returns and exchanges.
Okay.
And so she went up. She was like, "Hey, I just need to exchange this." And I do think she had a customer service rep that was maybe not in their best mood that day.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Oh, we don't do exchanges." And she was like, "Okay, well, I have this one. I want to give this back to you. And I have this new one that I would like to take. Can I just do an exchange?" And they gave her the rigmarole. Like, "We do not do exchanges, ma'am. Like, we can do this return. You're going to have to go to the register and buy your product." They were like refusing to ring her up.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Which is, you totally
I've done
can.
that a million
You totally
times.
can.
Well, not
And
a
she was
million.
like, "Well, look, like I'm just trying to exchange. It says returns and exchanges."
It says it on the wall.
And the employee working goes, "They're updating the sign. We don't do exchanges."
Well, where I worked at, there is no positive purchases, only negatives, but there is a supervisor register where they can do all of that stuff.
Sure.
So it's as easy as me just being like, you know what? You're right. Let me return this for you. I'm going to put it on a gift card for you. And then I'm going to take you over to this other register and you're just going to purchase it right there.
Which
But-
is why I think they just got someone in a
Yes.
sour mood that day.
Because
Yeah.
I've gone to that store a bunch and
Yeah.
like usually I'll pick out the wrong size or something, but everything has the tags.
For
And I will
sure.
literally go and I get the thing that I want.
Yeah.
And I show them a receipt, they return it, put it on a gift card, ring me up.
See?
I've
Boom.
never had a problem.
Yeah.
But they aren't telling you like every step of
No.
every
Or
every
explain it.
step of the
Yeah.
transaction. They're just doing what you want, how they know how to do it.
And some people are incompetent too.
So I came
Yeah.
up after. I was like, "Hey, I just want to return this." And they were like, "You're not exchanging." I was like,
Oh my
Oh,
God.
see, it was them. It was them. It wasn't the guest. It wasn't.
"My God." I was like,
Yeah.
Leave
no,
me alone.
no, here's all of my information. Like,
Let me ask, when you guys go to a restaurant and,
Uh-huh.
the person's not in the mood or you can already tell, like,
oh my
oh,
God,
the
I'm,
vibe.
I'm so nice
Do you-
all the time.
I know, but do
All
you
the
just
time.
let it slide?
Yeah.
You do. I don't.
What do you do?
Do you confront them?
A little bit. Just spice it up, you're serving me and I'm like, they're like, "Oh, like, what can I get for you?" Or like, they're just not there. And I'm like, "Are you upset?" It checks them.
Really?
Oh, no. Oh, why would you think that? Oh, no. It checks them.
They just
Really?
have like
Yeah.
a.
But it's not like you're confronting them. It's just kind of like, "Are you having a bad day?" They'll get out of that state of mind and like, you're right. Like, I don't want to get complained on or anything like that. Yes, I try to be careful when it's restaurants though.
Well, and
Yeah, I've never
it-
done
It's
that.
just slightly. It's not, I don't want to get into an argument. I don't want them to mess with my food. My dad taught me that one.
I
just
like
He did
that.
it once and I was
take it.
Yeah.
I
No,
let them
no.
abuse me and then I give them a tip.
Yeah. Well, it
See,
does
I feel
affect that
like-
they know that, but still, like, I don't want that service throughout my whole
Yeah.
seating. I don't.
I get it. You got balls.
I know. I like
It doesn't take very much, though. It's not very ballsy.
Oh,
It's
no,
just
it's
like
one
having-
sentence.
Yeah.
It sounds
You doing
easy.
okay?
Yeah. Try it.
I normally just try and
I
kill
wanna
them
hear
with
back.
kindness.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Like,
I'm there to
that's-
enjoy it, and you're ruining my dinner.
Yeah.
I'm paying good money for this dinner. Could come with good service.
And I'm gonna give
As
you.
promised.
I'm gonna give you a tip at the end.
Yeah. Or not.
At least fake it.
Yeah.
Fake it till you make it.
Well, in any kind of industry, where you're facing customer, you guys know where you're getting stuff into. Just
would
fake it. Put a
think-
face up. That's
You
your.
would think.
Oh,
But I
yeah.
literally have an associate. I cannot tell you how many times I've had to coach them to smile. And I'm
In
like,
hospitality.
yeah. And at the front desk of a hotel. And they're like, well, I'm just not happy. And I'm like, it doesn't matter. This is the job you signed up for. You
Yeah.
smile, you ask how their day is, and you give amazing service.
Yeah.
I don't care if a cat just got ran over. You're here.
Yeah,
You're gonna
I
do your
agree.
job.
I agree. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm a jerk. But I literally, I don't know how to
You
walk
can't
someone
bring-
through why they
Yeah.
have to smile.
Well, and I think we've also touched on the podcast before. You can't teach or coach
No.
having a good personality.
Okay.
Like, there's just a spark that
But it
has to be
sucks.
there, or it's not.
Sometimes they can fake it, and then they're hired, and they don't smile.
Yeah, well, look at me. I don't smile, but I faked it and I got a job.
It's
Yeah.
acting though. You have to know how to do it.
And
You
associates
really do.
will ask, well, like,
Yeah.
how do you do that? Because I'll be grumbling in the back. I don't want to talk to this person. And I go, hi, how are you doing? Oh my God, you guys came back. It's so great to have you. And they're like, how did you do that?
That's when you look them in the eye and say, that's why I do what I do and
Yes,
you don't.
it's true. It's
Yup.
true. Yeah.
And you tell them to take notes.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you want to be successful, you have to learn the art of faking it. Mm-hmm. And really well, so they can't tell.
And I've always learned, and someone always taught me, act the position you want to be, not the position you are.
Yes.
Dress the part.
Solid advice.
Too. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I couldn't take that advice any better.
Oh, no way.
So if you show up in pajamas, you're asking that you want to be home in your pajamas.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, your employee from that one episode? Yeah, pajamas or shorts.
She wore pajamas.
Oh, girl. Yes, she did. She was
Yeah,
dressing
she
for the
did.
part she wants to
It's-
be unemployed.
But look at it. It's true. It's true. Is she there?
That was rough.
I'm sorry.
Well,
Boom, mic drop.
even easy. I mean, easy topic we could jump into interviews.
Oh, I love this one. I love this one.
One of my favorite things
What?
to discuss.
Oh, I
Yeah.
was like,
Best and worst interviews.
Well,
like holding interviews. I thought was your favorite thing.
No,
I was like,
I-
oh my God.
in all the years I've experienced, this year, the worst.
Absolutely agree.
I called at one point. I didn't feel like I was getting enough support from another department, so I did.
I'm sure
What does
Ms.
that
B
feel
could
like?
relate.
I did everything. I called honestly like 40 people on my and that's even because I actually had applications. You're applying because you want the job, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's
You would think you spend
Well,
the time to fill out the
ex-
application.
exactly. So I called everyone. I'm like, hey, if they've replied, even if they sent an email, if they had an email, like this is the location, this is what you want to do. And I'm like just going to do this big bang. 3 people
Out
showed
of
up.
40.
3.
I'd say nowadays, maybe 1 in 4 of people who schedule interviews actually show up.
Scheduled too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like we talk
Yeah,
talk about the
confirmed.
position. We set up a time based on your availability. 1 out of 4 show up.
Oh, man.
And they don't say like, oh, I'm not gonna be able to make it. Oh, I got another job. They just ghost.
If I was so desperate, I would schedule, come in, or like, when can I schedule you? When can I have you in? Not worth it. After that, I was like, forget that. They're working around my schedule.
Yeah.
Oh, can you call me next week? Not calling you back.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Put your foot down.
Okay, what's the worst thing you've seen in an interview?
Ooh. The outfits these days, people don't dress up.
No.
Mm-hmm.
They're not
I
coming
remember always
professional.
like some kind of nice shoe, dress pants, blouse.
At least wear a collared shirt.
Yeah.
At
If
least.
you're a male.
You don't
Come
need
on.
to wear a blazer, but like,
If it's certain departments, I would agree. I do think that there's certain jobs that you really don't have to, but
So, my trick for interviewing. What's a normal amount of time for you to do an interview?
well, for me personally, I want an average 30 minutes
Okay.
If they're
of connection.
good.
If of connection.
yeah.
Okay, so that's your target goal. If you're looking for that right person, you want to budget 30 minutes. What I usually do is I will tell people I have X times available. I can have you in at 1, 1:30, 2, 2:30. Okay. So let's say you go back to that example of having 40 people. I would schedule 3 people for each interview time slot. So 6 an hour. If you don't show up, then I'm really not out anything.
No.
If you do show up, then you're going to wait. But more importantly, everybody that shows up is going to sit there looking at each other going, oh, you're here for this job too.
That's smart.
So then when they sit down for the interview, they've already decided either they're going to bring their A game and get this job
Or they're going to be done in 10 minutes.
or they're going to be done because they know the competition is too steep.
I like that.
Well, they judge everyone, like, of course, on personal appearance. What do they look like? What are they wearing? Like,
Yeah.
what did
Yeah.
I decide to wear? Do they have a resume with them?
Oh,
like,
their minds are going.
Oh,
And people
yeah.
are
So-
nervous.
or they should.
Yeah.
They should be going.
Yeah, so when they're sitting there and they look down at their ripped shirt and dirty jeans and there's a guy or woman sitting across from them in a full suit with their resume in their lap, they're going to feel the heat.
I like
I
it.
like that.
Let me ask favorite interview question.
I'll tell you mine.
Okay.
I like to say, instead of, saying what's your greatest strength and your greatest weakness, I think that's lame. I ask them, what do you believe to be, your greatest strength? What are you going to bring to the workplace? And also, what is your greatest area of opportunity that if hired, maybe I could help you with?
Oh, I like that wording.
So that way, and they are actually usually honest. And they say, sometimes I have some issues with time management, but I really want to work on it. Don't say weakness because then they're going to give you some BS answer about, oh, I work too hard. No, what's your greatest area of opportunity that maybe I could help you with if you got hired?
Do you have one?
My favorite is a weird one. I like to ask the question about, so you're applying for a position at XYZ hotel or with XYZ company. Argument's sake, today is the 18th. So let's say they applied on, the 10th. We scheduled an interview on the 12th. Here it is the 18th. They've had almost a week.
That's a long time.
So between the time that you applied and the time now that we're sitting down to have your interview, what can you tell me about the hotel? What can you tell me about the company?
Oh.
And I loved the look on people's faces when they go completely blank, like, wait, I had homework?
So that question actually took me out of the running of a few interviews ago. Yeah.
Wow.
So I had a phone interview, went great, loved it, loved me, whatever, brought me in for an in-person interview in one of the areas of responsibility I didn't have any experience with. But they brought me in. So the GM asked me, like, okay, you don't have area managing this part of the department. What have you learned? What have you researched since we last talked about this area? And I wasn't on my feet about it. I wasn't. So I was honest. And I said, you know what? Nothing.
You were straight up.
I was, because
But it could work out if the
I
rest
didn't-
works. Yeah.
I couldn't lie on the spot
No,
and just
yeah.
think of BS. I really couldn't. So I left being like, oh, well, that was fun. Yeah.
But you learned something.
I definitely learned something.
That's a good question, Bill. I'm going to throw
That's-
that one into my rotation.
Yeah. No, seriously.
I like
Yeah.
that, but I think my jobs are too cash for my kids.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay. Yeah.
But
I could not imagine
but I-
asking that question.
mine is similar to Miss B. Even and now with this current stuff, I have opportunity. I don't like to use
They
negative
roll
words.
their eyes at me all the time
Yeah.
for that.
Yeah, and I used
Your
to.
staff does? Oh.
Because they mess up, and I'm like, no. They're like, oh, I messed up. And I'm like, no. It's just an
We can fix
opportunity,
it,
a
yeah.
learning opportunity.
Yeah. It
And
is,
they
it
go,
really is.
oh, God,
Yeah.
learning opportunity.
Yeah, it's true though. My next favorite question, because I feel like that one everyone knows to study for it. And I'm
Yep.
like, it's a BS when they respond to it. And I'm like, oh, I work too hard. I'm like, yeah.
Do not tell me that.
So that's why, yeah.
I'm a perfectionist.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm sure
'Cause
you
that's-
are. Do you know what question I used to ask? And I stopped asking it. I used to ask people, what's your favorite book? And
No one reads.
People don't read anymore.
I know that's why I stopped asking it. But people used to BS answers. But then I got this one guy. I think he was applying for a bellman position. And he told me, "See spot run."
What?
That's a kid's book.
Yeah.
I know, and I was like, "Okay."
That was honest.
Is that
It
a
was
Dr.
very
Seuss
honest.
book?
No,
It's just got
I
a
don't think
dog.
so.
Yeah.
A cartoon,
Just a
picture
little
book
yeah.
dog. Yeah, I stopped asking that question.
Yeah. Try the Disney movie one or the kids movie growing up.
Well, now I ask harder questions.
No.
Okay, guys, what is your biggest red flag in an interview?
Well, I feel like the first one off the bat is their appearance. Like, did they
Yes.
show care? How they groomed themselves? What they chose to wear?
Yeah.
Punctuality.
Oh, that's
huge.
That's probably one of my top ones too. Actually,
I'll even give you 5 minutes
No.
to
I won't give you that.
to find your way around. Like,
No, you should have planned. This is an interview. You know what balls in your court right there.
I'm too lenient.
Oh no.
We've already talked about my leniency in
but this-
previous episodes.
I think there's some departments that time matters.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, for me, I'm willing to sit there for an extra 5 minutes if you're going to kill the interview. And it's all about getting along and meshing with not only myself, but my employees, because they're the most important. You got to get along with each other.
Yeah.
And you got to work well together. That's why the teamwork question is huge for me.
Oh,
Fair enough.
same.
All right, Bill, biggest red flag.
So I agree with you on punctuality.
Yeah.
I give people leeway on appearance, though, especially with specific types of jobs.
Yes.
It's like, look, if I'm hiring a room attendant, I want somebody that cares about their personal appearance, but I'm not going to judge them on the brand of the jeans they're wearing
Oh,
or
no.
the type of shirt they have, or if it's last season's style, or none of that, because people's economics, they're all different.
Yes.
What I look for, though, are discrepancies in what they're telling me versus what's on their resume. Everybody will fudge. I mean, that's just a given. Everybody will embellish a little bit, but if you can't tell me about your position in a way that I feel comfortable that you know your job, we're going to have challenges.
That's a really good one.
Like one of the things that I love to ask people, and you'll understand this, but, explain to me the difference of ADR and RevPAR. And most of the time, anybody that's involved with front desk should know the difference between ADR and RevPAR.
Yep.
Yeah, I've got no idea.
Me too.
And-
I'm on. I was like, what's that?
And I watch people glaze over. So you worked as a supervisor for 3 years at these other hotels.
And you don't know what your ADR was?
You're
You
applying.
don't know what ADR is?
Yeah, you're applying for a position here with me, and you can't tell me the difference between average daily rate and revenue per available room.
Oh,
And see, and I was like, oh, now I know.
like I know those terms.
Yeah. Well, and I've heard
Ish.
them too, but sometimes I'm like,
Yeah, so that is what I look for on resumes is how much embellishment does somebody
Knowledge,
have
yeah.
on that piece of paper versus what they really did.
Because what you can
like
also
that.
do, you know how on their resume, what he's saying, it says all the things they did at that specific job. Pick one. Ask about it. Oh, I see here at the, blah, blah, blah hotel, you helped manage their inventory system and created a, blah, 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 blah.
Can you share more about
Yeah,
that?
how did you do that?
yeah, because
Some
they'll
people-
take credit for other stuff.
Yeah, they'll just name all these things they did, but they can't tell me how they did that. I like doing that one.
True.
See, I'm more interviewing like this is a kid's first job. So I'm trying to figure out like what are your extracurriculars? Like do you get good grades? Like do you play
That's
sports?
hard.
But hey, these are good questions for when you're hiring your managers and your
Yes,
leaders.
For sure. Entry level. You're just trying to figure out
Supervisor, yeah.
are
If
they
they're
gonna,
gonna show up.
Yeah.
How's your attendance?
Yeah.
Worst interview I ever had was this is years ago for a houseman job. Guy was over an hour late.
He still showed.
He still showed up.
Oh wow.
But here's the thing that was great though, is that I had gotten a call from HR saying that this kid was running late for his interview.
Oh,
that
he called.
he had hit traffic. He was running a few minutes late. Now, I don't remember what time of day it was, but let's just say it was 11 a.m.
Where there's like little to no traffic.
Yeah, it was not like a commuter time of day issue. So I said, okay, great. How far behind is he? 15, 20 minutes? They said, yeah. I'm like, okay, great, whatever. So I'm thinking he'll be there at 11:30. 11:30 comes and goes, he doesn't show up. Noon comes and goes, he doesn't show up. It's like 12:15.
What the heck?
my.
Kid shows up. So at this point, I'm not going to hire him because he's
Yeah.
well over an hour late, and he's well over 40 minutes late from the time he's revised it and said I'll be there just a little bit late.
And you don't want to waste your time like talking to him for 20 minutes out of your day.
No.
Right. So,
Unscheduled too.
and I do remember I was on lunch at that point, but
Of course you
Make
were.
him wait. Make him wait.
well, no, I wasn't gonna be a jerk, but HR called me and told me that he had showed up, and so I'm telling him, well, I'm on lunch, so he can wait a few minutes so I can get from the cafeteria to the HR office. It's not that far, but it's
A
it
walk.
would take me 5 minutes. And they're like, well, he's an hour and 15 or an hour 20 minutes late, whatever it is. Do you want me to just tell him that he's not going to get the job?
Yes.
Well, so normally I would have said yes, but at this point I was going to prove a point. So I said, no, I'll come over. I'll be there. So I walk in, and I don't want to say we were desperate for people, but we were definitely in need of people. So I wanted to flesh out everybody I could. Well, I walk in, and the kid's sitting there in shorts and a t-shirt like he just came from the beach.
I was just gonna ask, was he
He
frazzled?
probably did.
I think he did. And when I asked him about what happened that held you up, he goes, oh, well, I hit some traffic, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay, well, that would explain the 15 to 20 minutes that you might have been late that you shared with the HR folks, but you're like an hour and 20 minutes late. And then he tried to say, oh, well, I got lost. Because the resort was big. I'm not going to lie. It sat on
Yeah.
like 18 acres or something like that. So I said, well, how did you get lost? Didn't you stop at the front desk or whatever? And he just kind of started to BS. And then I'm really sitting there looking at him going, you're in a t-shirt and shorts. You're not even wearing socks with your shoes. You're just kind of like, you're not putting forward what you need to be putting forward. And the guy looks at me and he said, well, when does the position start? And I said, well, I want to stop you right there. I said,
For you?
I said,
Never.
I said, I want to stop you right there. I said, because this interview is not an interview for a job at this hotel. This interview is an interview to prepare you for your next job.
Wow.
Because
Yeah. I like
because
that.
you've shown up an hour and 20 minutes late. You've come in wearing a t-shirt and shorts. You're in sneakers with no socks. You're not prepared for an interview. And I don't believe that you were lost walking around the hotel for the last hour. So I will not be giving you a job, but I'm here to give you advice on how to better prepare for your next interview.
Wow. What'd he say?
He just kind of sat there and was like, oh, so I'm not going to get the job. Well, I think I was pretty clear up to this point on that.
That's a solid no.
We haven't even talked about the job. So, no, sir, you're not.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I hope that kid remembers you
I feel like he definitely would.
You know what?
and took something from it.
I don't care if he remembers me. I hope he just took the incident to heart.
Yeah.
To get a different job.
Yeah.
Everyone deserves to be able to work,
Yeah.
but you need to care about it.
No, the incident probably doesn't have like your face and name to it, but hopefully he remembers, the conversation.
But I mean, conversely, I've hired people that, have performed incredibly well, but did not interview in, traditionally the best of ways. I had, again, houseman at that time. I had this guy that he worked 2 full-time jobs, 1 part-time job.
How?
Whoa.
Exactly.
Hallelujah.
How is the question?
When
There's
did
not
he
enough hours in the
sleep?
day?
He barely slept.
No days off.
He would,
Yeah.
he would work full-time overnight at one hotel, come to us 3 days a week, morning shift. So he would work an 8-hour shift, graveyard, 11 to 7, come to our hotel, 7:30 to 4. At that time, he would go home and sleep and then just repeat.
That's so sad.
And then to your point, on days off, he would work for us as his full-time job and a part-time job, the other shift.
Yeah. You got to do what you got to do. Anyone who has 2 jobs, it's a
Yeah.
lot.
I remember it when I was.
Yeah. It's not for the weak-hearted.
I can't remember if I was a junior or a senior in college, but I had stopped playing college sports and I picked up coaching for my high school because they were like, hey, we're in need of a JV coach. Do you want to do it? I was like, sure. Like extra money, coaching a sport I'm passionate about. But I also had a serving job and going to school as like an upperclassman in college. So I would wake up for morning practice like 6 to 8, go to my serving job during the day, go to afternoon practice, and go to school. So I still don't know how I did it.
Dang.
School's like a job, too.
No, it was.
Yeah.
And my professors at the time, like, were really understanding that I was like, hey, I don't play sports anymore, but I coach. So, like, could I skip class on Friday? Like, I have a tournament to go to.
Oh, my
And they would let me, like, make it up.
That's great.
No, yeah, it was wild. But those, again.
Because they prefer a hustler to help out someone who's doing something than someone who's like, oh, I forgot.
Well, and I was communicating. I wasn't just skipping class. I was like, hey, I have this, like, other job.
Yeah.
Like, here's the roster. Here's a team photo for you.
Yeah,
like, you can come and watch games. Like,
Yeah.
I'll
Join
get you
us,
in for
root
free.
us. Yeah.
But yeah, that was a wild time. Just
Yeah.
straight hustling 7 days a week. Yeah.
Okay, guys, my biggest pet peeve.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh,
yeah.
in an interview. I'm so sorry.
No, you're good. I'm just excited to share mine. Okay,
You were waiting for
I was.
it.
I was like,
She's
okay,
like, I'm ready. That's why I asked.
locked and loaded. I have
Okay,
several.
Miss B, what is your biggest pet peeve when an interviewee walks in the door?
You're not sure about if you want the job or not and your direction. If you seem kind of like, I don't know, like any kind of
Doubt.
I like somebody that's sure of themselves, that's sure of what they want, sure of where they're going. If I ask you, well, why did you pick this hotel? Why did you pick this resort? Oh, well, it's on my way home and, like.
It was a hotel with an open job opening.
Yeah, I hate that. But also the particular position. If I go, okay, why do you want to be, let's say, a front desk agent? Why do you want to be a front desk agent here? Oh, well, I like people. I figured, and by the way, this is quote unquote, I thought I'd try it out. If you tell me you want to try it out,
It's an experiment.
yes, immediately what I think is you're going to do this for 2 weeks. You're going to hate it. And
you're
then you're
gonna
just going to
quit.
leave.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
why would I spend my time training you, onboarding you, bringing you on? You just be like, yeah, I tried it.
Wait, I'm
It's
sorry.
not for
Try
me."
it out at like a luxury property.
Even-
Like if you want to try
Don't
it out.
say that in any job
Yeah.
No.
interview.
But if you're gonna try it out, like read the room. Like go to somewhere down the street. Don't come here.
And I was just like, no, you can't just try it out here. Go try it out at a Best Western and then come back.
Well, I was gonna
I'm
say
just
that,
kidding.
but I wasn't gonna say it out
Sorry.
loud.
I'm like, what? But okay, but then this is going to be kind of sad because you guys were talking about like attire and stuff. This like really, for me, this was a red flag because of the type of resort I work at and the type of, upscale we are and the expectations we have. When you come into an interview, especially for a guest facing position, you better look the part. If not, I will not give you the time of the day. So I had someone coming in applying for a leadership position and they kind of looked the part. It was like slacks, blazer, shirt. That's good. So I get closer and all of a sudden I notice they're completely sparkling.
What?
And it takes me off guard. Like I wasn't prepared for that.
Like shimmer lotion kind of stuff.
I'm talking their clothes.
Oh, their clothing.
I was gonna
like lots
say
of rhinestones or something.
No, like it looked like a regular suit, and then when they got into the light, they sparkled.
I'm sorry, are they from the movie Twilight?
It's
Like,
super
why did I
confused me.
Why did I think
They're
of
a
that?
vampire.
Yeah.
And it caught me off guard, and I'm like, oh, whoa, you sparkle. And I said that.
You said that out loud.
I did. She's like, yeah, I like to add a little bit glitter everywhere I go. She was covered in glitter.
So she just dusted like body glitter over her clothes?
Maybe she just got off shift.
I was thinking the same thing.
But there was sparkles all over like a normal black suit. Just sparkles.
Oh my gosh, so you could see it on a
Yes.
black suit?
Yes.
I need to know, how was the interview?
I'm dead.
It was so hard to focus on anything else other than the fact she was freaking sparkling.
well, you had glitter like
I do think it's
beaming light in
distracting.
your eyes.
It's distracting, but I do think it could just be like she's super bubbly. Like, there's
I know,
just like,
but in a luxury setting.
how do you tell a
I
person,
know.
can you knock off the glitter?
yeah, like, can you tone it down?
So when I was
I
telling
think she would be offended.
Oh, yeah.
I did not know what to make of it, so I continued the interview and asked the questions, but I was just kind of like stumped on it, like who thought that would be appropriate.
Okay, let me ask in a resume. What do you like to see and what don't you like to see?
Don't obviously short lengths of employment and then all
Oh,
of them
yeah,
listed.
it's huge.
A 3-page resume where you're giving me your 3, 4, 6, 8 month stints. I'm like, I read, no, this person cannot decide what they want to do. They can't decide where they want to be. No, immediate skip.
Yeah.
I like some length, at least a year, and then only put your last 4 or 5, would say.
Lifetime history.
I don't want every job you've ever worked at, including your first job at a grocery store where you bag things. Like, give me the relevant stuff. And I don't want you to fabricate, but yeah, red flags is just not being at a job very long and then listing all that. Like, it's cool.
Just, do you skim them or do you read them detail per detail?
So my first look is a skim. I see the general idea if I like it. If I like it, then I go deeper. And then I look at the company. Then I look at, what they did. Like, I do a deeper dive. So my first skim, I'm like, nope. And then I'm like, okay, maybe. And then I look at their experience. I see if it's relevant to my department. And then if it's not, nope. And then if it's like kind of relevant, I look into it a little bit more. Mm-hmm. And then I do a deep dive and I look for you on social media.
I used to have people who did that. I don't do that though.
I do, because it honestly, if I can find your social media and it looks kind of similar, I make sure, you're presenting a type of image that we would want. Because I have found some bad stuff before.
Interesting.
Yes.
So have I from former employees. And I'm like, ooh, girl, you had a life outside work.
But
And
some
you know
people
what?
can be work is
It's-
work, life is life.
No, I'm not saying like
Oh, this one was bad.
That's the thing is, like, if you go out and have fun with your friends and you have a picture with like a beer in your hand with that's I'm totally not going to judge you.
Oh, yeah, whatever.
It's weird stuff. Like, I had this guy who we didn't look at his social media before, and he posted satanic, evil stuff, threatening people, and we didn't find it till after he got let go. And I was like, guys, did you see this?
I think I heard about that.
At least he was let go.
Yeah, for some crazy stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm like, so now I like just go check to make sure they're like,
Normal?
yeah. Like,
How sad is
go
that?
have fun with your friends, but you know,
yeah.
you get a vibe and you can tell
It's
what kind of
surprising
person
what
they
people
are.
will post too.
Yeah, and make it public. Okay, sorry.
This has gone into a deep dive of like how to build a resume, what to
I
wear to an
know.
interview.
We're giving you the 101s. Listen in.
Okay, so let me throw in my 2 cents on that, and then we can move
Yes.
on. But
Yes.
like for myself, I dislike resumes that they tell me the job description
Yeah.
of the position. So if you're applying for front desk, don't tell me that you check people in and check people out.
Like,
Yeah.
I can gather that.
Yeah. Don't tell me that you were a cashier.
Yeah.
Don't tell me that you
know
assigned
that.
rooms.
That should have been part of it.
That's part of your job. Tell me things like, oh, during my time there, we helped elevate our guest satisfaction scores from X to X. That's the kind of stuff that shows me that you're embracing the job and you can actually do the job.
Yeah. Agreed.
It's true.
Yeah.
We're-
Everything else that you're putting on the resume just says that
Facts.
you understand the job.
Yes.
You know what's
Yeah.
expected.
The bare minimum.
Yes.
How do you feel about pictures on them?
Ugh.
Please don't.
Yeah, honestly, I prefer to go into an interview completely blind.
Yeah.
I don't want any sort of
Judge,
bias. I don't
yeah.
want any sort of inkling. I want to go in cold. So I don't want to know whether you are male or female.
Yeah.
I don't want to know if you're tall or short, black or white. I don't care.
Leave your address out of it too. We don't need that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird. No, when people put a picture, I'm like, are you also applying for acting jobs?
Yeah.
Why are you putting your headshot in there?
I've gotten a few of those.
Oh, there's a lot.
I had a
It's the younger
like,
people too.
pageant queen. Okay, sidebar, because this is funny. I saw the resume and I was like, oof, I don't know. Presented very well, good resume, but I don't think she was a fit for my department. It's a lot of outdoors work, it's a lot of cleaning, it's exposed a lot of time, like in the sun and stuff. So I was like, well, this girl like probably is coming to work with a full face of makeup. Like, I don't think this will be a right fit. But I'll keep it in my back stack. Like, if I'm desperate, I'll call her in a week or two. Like, if I don't get any other good resumes. I ran into her parents on property. And they seeked me out.
Oh.
Yes. They asked someone, oh, can we find Liz? Like, we have a question for her. And this person have no idea who they're talking to. Like, yeah, she's over there. She's wearing that colored shirt. So they came up to me and were like, hi, we're so-and-so. Our daughter, she applied for a job in your department. We just want to like put a good word in. Like, we have a copy of her resume on my phone if you want to look at it. Look at these photos. Like, she's absolutely beautiful. We love her so much. We are so proud of her. And they're talking that fast and I can't get a word in. I'm just like, who the HE double hockey sticks are you? And what are you doing talking to me?
That's Looney Tunes.
So we got to talking and I basically interview her parents in proxy of her.
Oh my God.
Did
Yeah.
you interview her at all?
So I was like, all right, well, she's an only child. I get it. Very proud parents.
I'd be
Very
mortified.
Oh.
As the child.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. But I'm an only child too, so I like kind of understood it. Like, my parents wouldn't do that, but I could understand it. So I did invite her for an interview. And I brought her and I asked her, I was like, so I don't know if you know this, but like, I met your parents.
Oh my God. What'd she say?
She was like, yeah, they told me. Like, can you just like forget anything they said or did?
I don't think I would have shown up to that interview. I would have been mortified.
So this was probably close to 2 months ago. Loved her in an interview, brought her back for a second, ended up onboarding her.
Really?
And kid you not, she's a gold star.
Wow.
I have
Go
other
mom and
parents
dad.
were
Go
right.
mom and dad.
Okay, so that personality of being on stage, you're showing face every single time you're on a stage. It's essentially like working in hospitality.
Okay.
So she can show face, man. So I've had other food and beverage managers come up to me and be like, "Hey, so and so, she's a new employee of yours. I think she's got a great personality. Like,
I want her."
I overheard her talking to people in the resort, and I said, she's got that sparkle.
Okay, I'm sorry. I think that's super sweet.
If I had never run into them, I would have never given her the time of day because I thought she was a little beauty queen on a resume.
I'm not going to lie, though. If that had happened to me, I would have blacklisted that person. But hearing about it is super sweet.
But Bill's
Yeah.
right. You know.
Pictures on a resume.
Yeah. It would have affected her if the parents had not been there.
Well-
I feel like we could keep talking.
I
So
know.
this is great.
We
could
could
go on
totally
and
keep
on.
going, but
Part 17.
right? So I think we should cap it here, actually.
I
Yeah.
think so.
I
This
think we're at
has
a good
been
place.
absolutely fantastic.
It's been
I
fun.
love it.
So thank you for everybody that's listening. We appreciate it. If you have questions, if you have stories, if you want to reach out to us, you can reach out to us via email at
TalesFromTheServiceIndustry@gmail.com. Send us your fun stories or your terrifying ones or your gross ones.
or all the above.
All of it. it.
All of it would be great. So thank you for listening, and we will see you guys again in 2 weeks.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.